Okay everybody, I'm going to do a quick video on my Harvest Right. As you can see, it's saying to load the trays. They're all ready to go. And on my previous video when I talked about the Harvest Right, I was talking about how I have a 6 tray, but I never use 6 trays. So I would, if you don't have one, I would shoot for a 4 tray. It's going to be a lot less expensive and you're not going to need 6 trays. And I'll show you that right now. So I was talking about all that boxed macaroni I have. So I went ahead and made 7 boxes of the mac and cheese that and I put green chili, salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning. I think that's pretty much it. And I ended up with, out of 7 boxes of macaroni and cheese, 4 trays. So it's gonna get even louder. There we go. So these things aren't that loud unless you're making a YouTube video, then they probably seem pretty loud. But a couple other things that I was talking about on the last video with the Harvest Right. One is, the whole point of a freeze dryer is you have to take all the oxygen or all the water out of it. If there's any water left in it, then it's not going to last 25 or 30 years when you bag it up. So you really want to make sure. And the way I do that is I have one of these, just a digital scale. And when the Harvest Right tells me, oh yeah, your food's done, I'll take a tray out, and you got to remember which tray, like say the second one down. I'll take that one out and I'll weigh it on that scale. I'll write down exactly what it says. I'll put it back in there and do it for like another hour. Then I'll pull that same tray out and weigh it again. If the number has gone down, there's still water in it. So I just repeat it. Write that number down that it says, put it back in for an hour. If I take it out and it says the same as what I recorded an hour prior, they're done. And the other thing, and that's very important, and people that have freeze dryers and stuff, they already know this, but if you don't, if you're new to it, thinking about getting one, then yeah, that's super important. Best way to find out if they're done. You don't want any water left in any of your food. The other thing I was talking about was like with the mac and cheese and the MREs and everything, a lot of stuff, not MREs, but the mac and cheese and baking, if you have any like cake mix, muffin mix, anything like that, a lot of that stuff requires milk. And I was saying, like, that's why one of the reasons I'm making these now, because they require milk. But not only can you buy powdered milk, which I have a lot of powdered milk, so that's an option to reconstitute the powdered milk and make boxed mac and cheese during the apocalypse. The other thing is you can make powdered milk with these trays. So you just get it to where it says, okay, it's ready to go. Go ahead and fill your trays. And then the best way to do it is slide the tray like halfway out. Take your milk, pour it in there to you don't want it to go over, obviously. You want to pour it in there till you just cover the tray, slide it back in, pull another one out, do that, and make powdered milk. So you can make your own powdered milk out of milk. And then that way, if things go sideways and you made either you have boxed mac and cheese or cornbread mix, or I don't know what takes milk, but a lot of those baking things will say quarter cup of milk, and you're like, oh, it's the apocalypse, I don't have a running refrigerator, I don't have any milk that's good or in date. You got the powdered milk that you can buy it in bulk on Amazon, or you can just make your own powdered milk. If you bought 2 gallons of milk and filled the trays up until those 2 gallons are gone, you'd have 2 gallons of powdered milk. And all I would say is look online and find out what the ratio is to reconstitute it, how much water to put in, because you're going to probably want to weigh out your powdered milk. And that way, if you do your powdered milk in like say 2 cup or 1 cup packaging, then just find out how much water you need to add to that in order to reconstitute it, and just write it on the Mylar, the packaging that you put your powdered milk in. Just write it on there with a Sharpie, and then when you need to turn it back into liquid milk, you know how much water to add. It's that simple. But anyway, yeah, like I said, 4 trays will be plenty, because that's 7 boxes of macaroni and cheese, and it did 4 trays. So those 2 trays not being utilized. Save a lot of money by buying a 4 tray, and it'll make plenty of food for you.